Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am Patrick Farrar, and thank you for joining us for another installment of the Opinionated Stance podcast. Please do me a huge favor and visit opinionatedstance.com. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes and the Google Plays. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, or show ideas, please reach out. We always love to hear feedback from our listeners, and thank you again from the bottom of my heart for listening to the shows. It's going to be an awesome talk today. Today, I have my guest, Maggie Norris, here with Startup Weekend Chicago. If you've listened to this podcast in the past, we've talked about Startup Weekend and the influences that it's had on my life and several of the other guests that are here as a way for people to get into the startup community in an easy to, no filter, no BS way. Mm-hmm. So I have Maggie here today, and she's going to take and help us learn a little bit more about the upcoming event that we have in Chicago next week. So Maggie, welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Thank you for joining me on this lovely night. So what is the Startup Weekend that's coming up? Tell us a little bit about it. It's Startup Weekend Chicago, and it's what date?
It is March 10th through the 12th. This is our first ever Maker Edition.
Okay.
So that means that there's a technical component to all of the MVPs that will be pitched. We're really excited about it. We've partnered with mHUB Chicago, and so it's a huge incubator here in Chicago. I think it's 44,000 square feet.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Of industrial space. It's amazing. We have 3D printers and laser cutters and all kinds of design software that'll be available for participants to use. So we're really excited about it.
That's cool. So Startup Weekend itself, for people that don't know,
right,
is what? It's a 54-hour competition?
Yeah, of course. 54 hours. You pitch on Friday night an idea. You form a team around that idea. That team works all weekend to build not only an MVP, but a business model and validate that MVP, that idea. And then you pitch to a panel of judges on Sunday night.
That's exciting.
It's
so
super exciting.
Literally from the ground up, Friday night to Sunday at 5 p.m.
Exactly.
You get a company off the ground.
Yep.
So
fresh ideas Friday night.
Fresh idea Friday night. Let's coin that right there. .com is trademark there. So you said it's the first Maker Edition. So what is a Maker Edition, and how does that differ from other events that have happened in the past?
Other events could involve anything from a small business idea to like delivering laundry or something. I say delivering.
Yeah.
That's why.
We know people that do the delivering laundry.
Yeah, we know people. Yeah. I'm plugging other people's businesses right
good.
Now. We do anything from that to a web-based service.
Okay.
Maker Edition is very different in that it has to have a component of it has to be technical.
Okay.
So that means a physical technical product.
Okay, so a technical product. So if I wanted to come in and sign up for this event on Saturday and I wanted to take and do stuff, I could make like a Wi-Fi enabled Nerf gun, right?
For sure. That would be awesome.
Okay, so there's
Have you been thinking about this?
I think about this all the time. So those are the type of ideas. There's some software component, there's some hardware component. So you said that this is at mHUB, and mHUB is where in Chicago?
That's a good question. 500 and something on Chicago Avenue.
Okay, so West Town-ish?
Yeah, Northwest Town, yeah.
Okay.
West Town-ish. That's a good question.
Okay, so the event is obviously, what time on Friday do people need to be there? What can they expect on Friday for the event?
Friday, arrive around 6 p.m.
Okay.
We're going to have some meet and greet. We'll have a guest speaker, which I'm super excited about, Ed Colgate. He's a professor at Northwestern. Out of the McCormick School of Engineering.
Very interesting.
He's also the co-founder of Tanvis, which is a startup here in Chicago that is redefining touch in technology.
That sounds interesting, and I think we should leave Ed to explain a little bit probably
yes.
that as the teaser for you to come out and understand what redefining touch could mean. I have ideas.
Touch in technology.
Yeah.
Let's
Touching me, touching you. We can start singing Neil Diamond songs all over the day. This is awesome. So the next question I have for you is food. Do I have to bring food? Do I have to bring my almonds?
No. Well, please bring almonds.
If I wanted to bring that?
If you're bringing almonds, bring them for the group, which might be about 100 participants, so be prepared for that. No, all food is covered, so we provide all of the food for the weekend. That's your dinner on Friday night, breakfast, lunch, and dinner Saturday, and then breakfast, lunch, and dinner on Sunday as well.
Awesome. And so how do people that want to get involved in terms of participating, how do they actually go about signing up for this event? Like, what are the next steps that they need to do if they want to take and go?
So go to the Startup Weekend Chicago Facebook group, Facebook page, and just click on the link for tickets to the event there, or you can check us out on Twitter. We have our event posted there as well. And then at techstars.com.
Okay.
We have our event there and on Eventbrite. So just
Awesome.
look up the event.
Yeah, and I'll share all the links in
Yes,
the
please do.
post here for it here. So that sounds like it's a really interesting thing about this Maker Edition, like that it's focused on businesses around physical things like 3D printing. Like even if you don't know anything about 3D printing, it's probably pretty cool to like talk about that and figure out like, so do you have to be a developer to take and understand this, or is this everybody who's involved? Probably a little bit of everybody, right? We
need everybody. A startup team is comprised of all kinds of talents, all kinds of backgrounds. So not just a developer, yes, developer, a highly coveted role.
Very much so.
An engineer, of course, but also marketers, business-minded individuals, people with sales background are equally needed to make take something off the ground. We'll also have people on hand from mHUB, the mHUB community, that are going to help you, walk you through some of the products and some of the services, or some of the products and equipment that they have available to us. So you don't have to have any experience using these machines. You don't have to have any experience, any technical skills whatsoever, because we'll have mentors there helping and guiding you through.
Yeah, and you'll have also mentors throughout the community helping out, like from business plan development and legal and all these other things. So this is really cool. I think one of the things that I want to take and touch base on was, how did you get involved in Startup Weekend? Like, what was your experience, and how does that translate into like what people could experience if this is their first time out?
So I attended my first Startup Weekend over 2 years ago. A little over 2 years ago, and I had my own business. It was home management solutions, and I helped people organize their home life, not only their physical space but their calendars as well. Which
is huge because we're all busy, so it's a good thing to, kind of like have somebody help wrangle all the amazing different
day-to-day.
The craziness. So
yeah, it was really great, and I was constantly looking for ways to scale, and I couldn't figure out how do I tried to hire people. I didn't know how to teach people what I did. When you are the product, it's very difficult.
Right.
So my immediate thought was, how do I create a product? How do I create what I do and my brand and my service into a product? I searched for events and I found Startup Weekend. I said, this is something I need to get thoughts. I need to get ideas. I need to kind of re-energize my entrepreneur spirit. And so I went to a Startup Weekend and had the best time of my life, met some of the coolest people. It was just a really fun and invigorating event. It re-energized my approach. And I came out of that ending up going to another Startup Weekend alumni organization, the Starter League.
Okay.
Ended up learning web development and built a product that created another revenue stream for my business. So
That's
it was
awesome.
Yeah.
So it was just like that stepping stone into just this lifestyle, and it was probably like a low risk, high reward kind of opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and oftentimes having an entrepreneurial spirit doesn't mean that you have a roadmap. You can know that you want to grow your business, or you want to grow a business, a side hustle, whatever it is, or you can have tons of ideas and just not know how to get them off the ground.
Right.
And this is a great opportunity to not only meet like-minded individuals, but then also get a little bit of validation that, what your ideas are interesting or valid, or get feedback on those ideas as well, and see where you can go with it, and meet people that can help you make it happen.
Right. You meet a lot of people that will expand your network tremendously, and it's
exponentially. Yes.
Yeah, it's been a benefit. So I mean, that's one of the big takeaways that you have. Are there any other overarching big takeaways? Because I know that some people will come in, it's like, oh, I got this idea. I know what one of my big takeaways was going in the first night of a Startup Weekend, and on that Friday night, learning to speak in front of 100 strangers. That's a big takeaway that you get to learn, and how to pitch and how to take.
I would say doing this podcast is far scarier than speaking
in
front of 100 people. Oh, that's
the
easy.
Water
That's a
is
piece of
warm.
cake. Right.
The water is warm. It's a safe environment here.
You're funny.
But yeah, I think that's a big thing. It's like being able to learn, and just all the things that will go on, and the entrepreneurial thing, because the main thing is, yes, there's prizes, but you're going to learn what it's like to actually be in the grind.
The experience is the people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Startup Weekend is. What comes out of it is far less significant than the relationships that you build while you're there.
Right.
So 2 or 3 of the people that I met at that event are 2 or 3 of my favorite people, my best friends now. So I think of those relationships and how they've shaped my life in the last 2.5 years and the direction of my life. It's tremendous. You meet people who have that same energy, that same drive. The type of people that look for events to go to by themselves on a weekend. That's a rare in and of itself, right? To go to a full weekend event, you know. Oh,
yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, that's
the mic was getting away from me.
Yes, it was already going to the Startup Weekend. So let's reiterate this one more time here. It was going like it was running all the way to the west side. Yeah, it was running away. So let's reiterate these last. Let's hit these highlights one more time. So the date is when?
March 10th.
March 10th.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Friday night through.
Friday night at mHUB through Sunday night.
Sunday night.
And Sunday night we're hoping to wrap up around 8 o'clock.
Okay.
That might be 9 o'clock.
So prepare for a full weekend here.
Prepare for a full weekend.
Now, how do you recommend people getting there? If probably public transit, is there parking? Is there options like that?
There is parking.
Okay.
There's parking available, and that is all detailed on our website.
Okay.
And yeah, public transit, Chicago Avenue bus.
Awesome. So moral of the story is, if you're not there at 6 p.m. on Friday night, you're not part of the cool crowd. I'm just kidding.
Try to get there.
Get there. Be there. Get there. Be there. So it's at mHUB. It's in Chicago. Yeah, I think that's about it here.
Yeah.
Any other things that like words of wisdom or advice for people that are on the fence? Maybe.
I'm trying to think of who else I should mention. Other partners that we have that I might need to mention. Oh, Aero Technologies. I should mention they are our sponsor. And they will be bringing a bunch of dev kits, mechanical and electrical engineering dev kits for Saturday, so that's huge. That'll be a lot of fun. I mentioned Ed Colgate, our keynote speaker, our judges.
Yeah, I don't think that there's anything else that you can like say to highlight this. I'd sign up again. I've done it. Again, if you've listened to the show, you've known that we talk about Startup Weekend a lot, but it's true to my heart as a good thing. It's a great way to get into just understanding the entrepreneurial spirit. If you're on the fence about like, hey, can I become a developer, or can I take and become a marketer, or can I be a designer? This will give you an opportunity in a low risk environment to test out those skills, and you learn so much about yourself and the confidence there. Again, I think it's going to be awesome. Go ahead.
Nobody sinks, everybody swims.
Yep. I think the best thing is to go ahead, look at the website. I'll post the links here. And if you have any questions, how can they get in touch with you? Probably email on the website.
Yes, Chicago@startupweekend.org.
Chicago@startupweekend.org.
Or Maggie.Norris@startupweekend.org.
Awesome. So again, Maggie, thank you for joining us today on the episode here. It's a quick one. It's a short one, but it's an important one. Again, thank you for joining us if you're listening to episode 10 of the Opinionated Stance podcast. If you're here and you still haven't done so, go visit opinionatedstance.com. We're watching on the internet. All eyes are on you. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes and Google Play. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff in future episodes about startups and different communities and developer help. So that content will be great for you to check out. We also have a bunch of previously episodes recorded. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, show ideas, send us a fax. I don't really have a fax machine, but we'll figure it out. E-fax. We'll figure something out. Snail mail. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So we always love to hear your feedback from the listeners. And thank you again for listening to the shows. Bottom of my heart. Maggie, thank you for coming again.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
We hope to see everybody there on March 10th.
Yep.
And
got it.
Yep. Awesome. I got
it.
Expert. Until next time. Cheers, everybody. We are out.